watching Good Day Austin on Fox 7.
Welcome back. So this morning we're talking about a very special community event called Hombre that's coming up for fathers or male caretakers and then sons and boys or young men. And here to talk more about the event are Officer RAFAEL KIANES and also Launch co-founder and director David Contreras and Leo De Jesus. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming in to talking about this. Of course, we know Mother's Day is coming up, but we don't want to forget about the dads and the male figures and caretakers in our lives. So let's talk about this event. First of all, Officer KIANES, this is happening in an area that you and many other people in this community are focusing on right now. Tell us a little bit about that.
Right, so it's important to talk about the fact that Rumberg is one of the best communities in Austin. For a long time, people have had negative things to say about it, but it really is a positive community. And so community policing is working with the community on coming up with solutions for the community, not just coming in and saying the community needs to do this. So the community got together and we want to focus on our youth in the area and really help the community out. So beautification projects and all kinds of things to help the community look safer, feel safer, and it actually is safer now with double-digit reduction in crime. And then we have these great programs like working with Launchpad on the Hombre event.
Yeah, and tell us more about Hombre and what it is, David.
So the genesis of the Hombre Community Festival is intentional in targeting our fathers and sons in a distressed, low-income sector of our city. The Pew Research stats are alarming as it relates to fatherlessness. The amount of single parents in our society today has doubled since 1960. I believe there are 1/3 of all American children, approximately 15 million total, grow up without a father. And 71% of high school dropouts are fatherless, and 85% of our incarcerated teens come from fatherless homes. So obviously fatherlessness has a great impact in our community across the nation. So we take this one-time event. Launchpad is a nonprofit that has been working in the community for the last 8 years with great partners like law enforcement, APD, AISD, local stakeholders, and other nonprofits to really come together in a consensus to lift up this community that's had some challenges in the past. And like Officer KIANES has mentioned, there's a turnaround that's taken place over the last couple of years in a very positive way. And so Hombre is just a way to really galvanize everyone together, bring in our partners, our sponsors, and especially, even though it's targeted toward men and boys, it's a family event for that day.
Yeah, and also to really highlight the role that these men can play in young men's lives, because as you mentioned, those numbers are astounding. So it is very important to have a male father figure around.
Absolutely, and I grew up without a father. My wife grew up without a father, so we have some first-time experience on this impact in the family. I got to say this, since you mentioned mothers, single moms are the hardest working people in our community. I grew up with a single mom, so I understand that. So it's the moms that are the mortar in the families, but we need dads to come alongside and play their role and be that partner, that strength to build the family.
Okay, well, real quick, we're just about out of time, but we want to mention, of course, there's a special guest speaker. Danny Trejo's going to be there, and also give all the details about the event and how people can sign up or find more information.
So the event is this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1:30 at Dobie Middle School. Like you mentioned, Danny Trejo is our keynote speaker. Our community really identifies with his face. He's going to come and just share his story. And we'll have a variety of activities for fathers and sons to come together and work together and have fun, and for the whole family to just enjoy a day of fun and music and food.
Wonderful.
And a car show, hopefully.
Very fun. Lots to do. Thank you so much for coming in. I wish we had more time to talk about it. We'll be right back.